Hello, Blackhawks Nation. Welcome to Blackhawks Daily, your favorite recap of the daily buzz around your Chicago Blackhawks. I'm your host, PJ, so let's get started on the top 4 topics of today. So, yesterday, we mentioned that the Athletics' way too early predictions for the year. So today, the Athletic also came out with the Athletics' renowned Mr. Scott Wheeler talked about the top 100 drafted prospects. So he does this a couple times a year. And this list, he says, for the 100 drafted prospects, he says to be considered a prospect, a skater must be under 23 and not fully established yet with his NHL club. So that means like players like Nazar, who was on the list earlier back in February, is now off the list. He's no longer eligible. So Wheeler has the list broken down into tiers, and only seven players in tier 1, and the 2 top picks of the 2025 draft are the 2 top listed in tier 1. So that would be Matthew Schaefer and Michael Misa. We did have a Blackhawk to make that top tier 1 list, and 7 Blackhawks of total made the top 100. So pretty strong farm system for sure. Those players are number 7 overall, Artyom Levshinov, number 12, Anton Frundell, number 26, Sam Renzel, number 62, Kevin Korchinski, number 71, Oliver Moore, number 83, Nick Lardis, and number 87, Sasha Boisvert. Interestingly, this is almost like a mirror image, save a few ranking spots, of the February list if you swap out Frenzel and Nazar and Korchinski and Renzel. He did say, keep in mind, though, it does seem, for us fans, that it's taken Korchinski like forever to bust out in the NHL, but he's also been the youngest D-man in the league the last 2 years, so that is something to consider for sure. Moving on from there, we have Mr. Caninov in the news. Looks like we may be signing our own Russian rocket at the end of the KHL season. So last week, if you remember, one of our intrepid fans wrote in. We were talking about people that we're excited to see, and he mentioned Caninov. And I love this when you guys write in. This is why it's so great when you guys pipe up because it's you guys clearly know you know your stuff. And this fan mentioned that they were low-key excited about the arrival of a certain Mr. Roman Caninov of the KHL, whom the Hawks drafted in the second round of 2023. So it looks like his patience is paying off. And as I had mentioned previously, this gentleman had been putting up some very impressive numbers. It seems like he's fully healed from an early shoulder surgery as well. So the last 2 seasons, he had some serious, absolutely torrid hot streaks for most of the season, and then he tended to fall off towards the end. Last year it happened again, even though they won the cup in that league. So this coming year, he's after this season, he's finally able to sign with the Hawks after the season. So he's taken a different approach to this upcoming KHL season. He said that he's focused on being the leader of the team, and he wants to be playing at the highest possible level, which, of course, the Blackhawks love hearing about. He is friends with Ivan Demidov of Montreal. So if you remember last year, Demidov came in, made an impact. So would Caninov have a similar impact? So his response is he's really not looking that far down the road. He's keeping his eyes on the ice, and he's putting the puck in the back of the net. He feels that, if he just focuses on the now, focuses on doing the best that he can in the KHL, everything else will play out. And it's true. He's 20. So he's got some time ahead of him. And he's absolutely just lighting it up. So, I feel everything else will fall into place. Hopefully, we'll see him celebrating to those sweet, sweet sounds of Chelsea Dagger soon before we know it. And if he plays anything like he has back in Russia, we're going to be hearing that song a lot. So that's going to be fantastic. Don't know if this is fantastic news, but coming up, we do have a quick tidbit. Looks like we are dropping the puck officially to start the 25-26 NHL season at 5 p.m. Eastern on October 7th. So that's awesome. It's in some place called Sunrise, Florida. And who plays in Sunrise, Florida? That would be the two-time Stanley Cup winning Florida Panthers. So that's fine. That's fine. We get to play the spoiler. There's nothing better than to start the Panthers season, giving them big old 0-1 come the morning of October 8th. Look, we got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose but national pride and dashed expectations and fervent hopes and dreams being killed. But seriously, though, that's fine. The only way is up. It really actually shows us who we are, right? The road is far ahead of us. We're playing against the best team in the league. We have the chance to really put up our dukes and give them a good show. So I'm actually excited about it. And also it gives us the stiffest competition up front. It's gonna give us a really good watermark as to where we are and where we need to grow. So it's good. It really is good. It'll be great for our team to see where we are. So let's stand tall. Let's go, as we like to say. And now let's get to some of our wonderful viewer comments. So Orbro Tribune 8302 said, I think Anton Frundell would benefit from playing a year in the SHL. It's a good league with tough competition and lots of games. Djurgården is and if I murdered that, I apologize, is a classic club with many league titles, but the team is a newcomer and could be a punching bag. The funny thing is that former Blackhawks center Marcus Kruger is the team captain. I did not realize that. Thank you there, Mr. Orbro Tribune. Fubar Total 3389. You guys with these names is awesome. As far as Lafferty goes, he's a good example to the young guys as to how a pro should play, and the Hawks still have to reach the cap floor, don't forget. Excellent point, Fubar. Thank you very much. Lester 7L1 says this rebuild needs to be accelerated. It does kind of feel slow, doesn't it? It does. It feels like it's dragging on quite a bit, but I agree with you, Lester. Joe Atkins 9793 says, I just don't get why the pundits think the Blackhawks will be worse than the Sharks. And I kind of agree. Even though they got Misa's not going to be jumping in there anytime soon, like especially not right out the gate. So I don't know. I mean, I think we have potentially a better team, but I don't know. We should be better than the Sharks for sure, I would think. I agree with you. Breadfan1280 says, terrible draft. We will not make the playoffs for at least 4 more years. No goalie equals no hope. You know what? I am going to push back a little bit there, Bread Fan, even though I do love bread, love my carbs. I don't think it was a terrible draft. I actually think that we got some great players in the draft. I'm going to thank you for reminding me. I didn't even talk about the other players that we drafted, the bottom half of the draft. I will talk about those next time. But I don't think it was a terrible draft. And I think we have some really great players in the farm system. In fact, we just kind of touched on that. We have 7 out of the top 100 prospects in our team out of 32 teams. So that's really good. We have some really bright and, just got some great potential out there for us to bring on to the Hawks and really make some noise. So I don't think it's going to be 4 years. Is it going to be this year? No. But is it 4 years? I don't think so. And our goalie, he's not a slouch. He's not the best goalie in the league, but he's certainly not the worst. So we just need a better backup. And hopefully, if we can get the arbitration done, we should be okay. Step Boomer 01 says, bottom 3, I don't see it. I see a few reasons why. Bedard, Nazar, Artie of the Party, and Renzel elevating adds 3 wins. Knight full season adds 3 wins. Full-time system coach adds 3 wins over last year. That's 9 more wins, 18 points, put them around 80. Go Hawks, go. Well, that's the eternal Chicago optimism there for you. And actually, you know what? That's pretty good math. I can see that as well. So I think Blashill is going to actually have a pretty good impact on this team. He's already slotted to be right in the middle of the pack in regards to his impact and in regards to a positive impact on the team. So I think he's going to be bringing in some good moxie to the team. We have some players who are going to be contributing much better this year. I think Bedard's going to be coming in pretty hot. So are we going to be bottom three? I don't think so. I really don't. Are we going to screw ourselves with the McKenna draft or the McKenna lottery? Who knows? But you know what? Look at the Sharks. They were the worst team in the league, and they didn't get the number one pick. So it's all it's all up in the air. And besides, everyone seems to think that no matter what happens, Pittsburgh's going to get McKenna anyway. So we'll find out. But anyway, again, thank you everyone for your input. Love all you guys. Love all the thoughts. Love all the passion. That's a wrap for today, Blackhawks Nation. Keep putting in your comments. Keep putting in your thoughts. Again, you guys, super smart hockey people. I love the fact that you take the time to share your knowledge. Please tune in every weekday. Let's get your Blackhawks Daily download. Let's impress all your friends and neighbors. Let's keep this original six team just propped up, and let's build this fan base as much as we can. We're the fans, obviously, but it's dropped off too much. I am planning on watching every game this year. I mean, I watch a lot of games every year anyway, but this year, obviously, I'm going to watch every game, and I hope you guys do too. And let's just give this team the love it deserves, and let's really get behind them. And when Chicago really pulls for a team, it goes really, really far. So let's do it, guys. Thank you again. Appreciate all your time. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the comments. Keep it coming. That's it for today, guys. I'm PJ. See you next time on Blackhawks Daily.